Replace the oil separator on the new B-Class. Drive the vehicle on a lift and put the transmission into position N. Raise the vehicle slightly and remove the right front wheel. Remove the protective cap and undo the screw on the front axle shaft. While doing so, a colleague should operate the brake to hold the wheel in place. When unscrewing, check that the screw on the front axle shaft turns freely. Once the screw has been removed, lift the vehicle to working height and undo the nut on the lower control arm. With a puller, remove the load-bearing joint out of the guide. Now remove the underbody paneling. And remove the two screws on the front axle shaft center bearing. Take the axle shaft out of the flange and then remove the entire axle shaft. To make room, the two heat shields above the axle and the steering gear must go. The front plate is secured by two small screws. The rear plate with 3 screws. Undo all the screws and pull the plate out towards the front. Then remove the lower pendulum support. Once you have unscrewed the 3 screws, push the engine forward and pull the pendulum support from its guide. The screws of the lower pendulum support mount are difficult to reach. With an extension and a joint, it works though. For the top screws, it's better to remove the shield. Take the shield out to the side. Now you get access to the last mounting bolts of the lower pendulum support. There are a total of 4. This part too can only be taken out to the side of the vehicle. Then disconnect the partial load ventilation line. The connecting piece of the full load ventilation line has a predetermined breaking point. First, cut the shrink tube and take it off. Underneath you'll find the connector with the predetermined breaking point. Break it at this point and then release the line from the oil separator. You have to renew the connector. The oil separator is attached with 4 screws. Take it out at the side of the vehicle, and after the removal, renew all the seals. The installation takes place in the reverse order.